My name is Valhalla Pickle and welcome back to a brand new live stream. Update 1.1 is officially going to be coming out on the 10th of June. So basically less than 2 weeks from now, which is incredible. I won't be here on the 10th of June. I made a video a couple of days ago talking about this, but essentially on the 10th of June I won't be here. But I will be live hopefully on the 16th of June, because it literally comes out during the middle of my vacation, which is, I mean, it's unfortunate, but it is what it is, isn't it? So, just gonna get over that. But regardless, it is rather exciting. I hope that you guys are excited as well. If you are watching live, welcome. And if you guys are watching on the VOD, then welcome as well. I should be doing a few more streams next week. So, I'm looking forward to that already. But regardless, before I get into the main Satisfactory part of today's stream, we're not going to do GeoGuessr. Normally, I do a couple games of GeoGuessr just for like a bit of an icebreaker, have a bit of fun just before we get into the Satisfactory madness, but I actually want to check out this. Now, a few of you might already know what this is. I'm actually going to stop the Satisfactory music in the background. A few of you might already recognize this, but essentially, Anno is coming out with a new game called Anno 117, I don't know, 117 AD, or is it even BC? I don't know, probably AD. So this is rather exciting. I haven't yet seen this video. I've seen about a minute of this, but I still want to rewatch it. This particular clip is less than 2 minutes long, so I want to watch it with you guys, because maybe there's a few of you in the chat that also do play Anno. If so, do let me know in the comments, because I do play Anno. I haven't played a lot of them, but I've watched a lot of them. The last one that I've got was 1800. I still quite enjoy it. I just don't really understand, like, the game objective other than just survive. Like, am I supposed to eliminate everyone? I don't know. I just build essentially. But here we go. Anno 1700 Pax Romana is set in the Roman sort of era, which is really cool. Let's watch the gameplay trailer, which again I'm very excited about, and then we'll get straight onto some Satisfactory stuff.
Behold, Governor, Roman grandeur. This is yours.
Beautiful.
Not this. This.
Of course, you have to start with nothing,
This
right?
is the beginning of your journey, Governor. And the first step in building your legacy.
Of bendy-shaped roads now. Incredible. About time. Wheat fields.
Build across the land and
that's
build
beautiful.
to great heights.
Is that
Build across
terraining?
the land and build to great heights.
No, I was going to say, if you could actually terrain the next Anno, that would be an absolute game changer, but no. Welcome, early pause. If you have that new thing with the crowns on YouTube, I probably don't. I could double check. I've got no idea what that even is. Has Max Eek got it? I don't even know what it is. Google account? No. Crowns. No, I don't think I've got it yet, unfortunately. No idea what it is, but that sounds interesting. Whoa. You should wear gloves.
Build according to Roman traditions.
Ooh. Zeus, okay. Is that Zeus? No, that's, I'm gonna sound stupid saying this. Aquaman? Is Aquaman real? I swear Aquaman's based off like a real person, right? Right? Is it not? Who is based off? Poseidon. That's the fella. Poseidon. I don't think it's, no, that's not, yeah, there we go. It's a bloody Aquaman. That's pretty cool, though. So I'm guessing each god has, like, a particular skill or asset that could help your civilization, like plus 10% taxes, plus 10% food, things like that, for example. That's pretty cool. Plus 10% trade. Actually hasn't got it yet? Oh, okay.
As far as the eye can see.
Ooh, a vineyard up there. That's incredible. I love that new harbor as well. That looks really cool. I'm going to guess that's a storage room, and that looks really good. I don't mind the storage room on Anno 1800, but that looks a lot better. Oh, that little fishing dock area, that's beautiful. Is that a market? I think that's the market down there as well. and these appear just to be like the regular houses. That is incredible.
Build a thriving...
Ooh, and there's the shipyard. Tons of, like docks and other water-themed buildings, and I think that's incredible. I wish more games had that, so that your coastlines can look a bit more alive. That's great. Oh, it's Neptune. Ah, so Poseidon's Greek, Neptune's Roman. Oh, okay. I need to study a bit more, actually, to be fair, the Greek mythology. I know Romans aren't Greeks, but just Greek mythology in general. But thank you for the clarification there. Tyrian. I'm terrible with names as well, apparently.
Economy.
Beautiful vineyard there as well.
Build a strong military.
Oh, that's cool. A navy? Oh, yes. Fighting Carthage.
And then embrace new lands.
Wow. They just built that out of the swamp.
Embrace new land.
I don't know if you... I mean, it did look like you can build that from like a marshland looking thing. So that's incredible. I wonder what that's supposed to be. A mine? That could be a mine potentially.
And cultures.
Oh. Are those the Germanic tribes? No way.
And cultures.
Because these guys don't look like Britons, so there's probably Germanic tribes. I don't think they're Vikings. It looks a little bit like a Viking hut, but why would that be in a Roman game? Whereas the Germanic tribes were a lot closer. Yeah, clay pits, yep. So is it, okay, that's definitely a Celtic building. That is definitely a Celtic building. Because we have that in Britain, we still do. I think there's a couple of them left at least. And the stones there, the runes. Okay. Where are they going with that? That's incredible. Colosseum, yeah.
How your legacy will be
Not a Colosseum, wow.
remembered is up to you, Governor. But first, you have to build it. Anno.
I mean, to me, that looks like a really good game. It really, really does. I think there's one more video here as well. Sorry if you guys aren't interested in Anno. I think it's a really, really cool looking game. Personally, I'm very excited about it. I'd love to know what this does. I suppose it increases happiness. Must do. Tourism, if that's a thing. Definitely increase tourism.
Remembered is up to you, Governor.
Look at that. Like a blacksmith room potentially down there as well. I'm sure there's like a bakery somewhere. And I'm, again, going to guess that all of these statues must boost some sort of, like, stats, right? But this does look really, really cool. Tons of temples around as well. That's great to see.
But first, you have to build it.
That looks really cool. Yeah, I mean, this is one of those games I'd probably end up getting in like 3 years' time. But for as of right now, though, it looks really good so far.
Ah, so you wish to be a Roman governor?
That sign's moving. You can't see it. Get rid of my face cam. Get rid of it. That sign's... wait. This chap over there.
Ah, so you wish to be
Wow, I mean, sure.
a Roman governor?
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
The Emperor himself has deemed you worthy to take charge of these lands. Once struck by disaster, they're now ready.
Can you get resources back from reclaiming these ruins? Because I know that you can do that, I think, in the campaign of Anno 1800, where there are some ruins around the islands. When you click on them, you get, like, wooden planks back. And I think you might also get bricks. No, not bricks. It's something else. You get wooden planks and something. I think wealth, like coins. But yeah, I wonder if you can do that here as well.
Ready for new leadership. Your leadership. Your story begins here.
Also, it looks beautiful. This game looks absolutely astonishing.
On a humble island with azure shores. Latium.
Latium.
Whether you dream of a bustling trade empire
Ooh.
or a conquest-driven dominion, no two cities will ever be the same, as every choice you make shapes your city in your image.
That's nice.
Govern well, and the Emperor will sing your praises. Govern poorly, and, well, the consequences won't be pleasant. Every decision you make will shape your legacy.
Couple shipyards there as well. Tons of action here up the coast, which I really do like. And it looks like you can actually shape your coastline here as well, which again, looks great. I wonder what these do. So here's where you essentially construct the ships, and then here you... So the waves are going through the ships, which isn't not fantastic, but oh well.
So how does one become a good governor? Let's find out.
The empire was built in a day.
Latium is where your journey begins, young governor. New beginnings are magical, but they're also full of hard work. First, lay down roads to keep your people connected.
Okay, I can do that. I probably won't fail at doing that. I probably will somehow. But you can just about see it there. Look, bendy shapes. I believe you could never do that before in Anno.
Organic layouts add charm, while efficient grids boost productivity.
Yeah. That looks like a market to me there as well. Some low residential farmers housing as well. Fantastic.
With dirt roads. They may be humble, but...
Ooh, what's that? Maybe a pub? Because again, I keep going back to Anno 1800. It's my only true point of reference. Pubs are fantastic for increasing happiness. And I think wealth as well, because surely they're paying for beer, then you can get some of that revenue. I don't know how it works, but I think it's good at least. Tons of regular housing there as well. It looks great. But like the narrator was saying there, grids are a lot better for trying to maximize income, essentially. Maximize efficiency. And of course, on Satisfactory, I would like to say I'm rather efficient. So what would I be doing? I don't know.
They're the first step on the path.
Probably fading at birth.
To greatness.
Ooh, that's a lovely farm.
Resources are your lifeblood. They're the first step on the path to greatness.
Look at that. That's a beautiful little building there for the farm. Love that.
Resources are your lifeblood.
Okay, the lumber.
Wood from untouched forests will be essential, but manage your lumber camps wisely to maintain a sustainable supply.
There's always so much action in these games as well. There's always someone doing something. Like this guy, for example, who'll always be there. Who might even like walk inside here, then come back out again. Because that's just how much action there is in this game. You can go down to... It's not really like a first-person view, but you can get relatively close with your camera and just see everyone moving and just getting on with their day. It looks really immersive. There is always tons to look at and tons to see.
And remember, efficient logistics.
Look how good the game looks as well.
Warehouses will keep goods flowing and production smooth.
Wow. Look at that level 1 warehouse compared to the warehouse that we saw earlier as well.
Warehouses.
That looks adorable. And also the difference between, like, also look at all the detail here. I love games of detail. You'll notice this, but I do love games of detail. Look at everything around here. All the barrels, all the action, I'm going to get this animal wrong. Ox? I don't know. Just there as well. You can see that the cabbages, I suppose, on top of there. All the people. It
will keep
cool.
goods flowing
Mini
and
crane.
production smooth. Your residents need more than just work. They need homes. Build neighborhoods that suit your city's vision. Markets drive income and population growth.
That's actually something I've noticed there as well. Like, everything here seems to come in clusters. Like, I think this is one house, that's one house, that's one house, that's one, and that's one. But the way that they're designed makes them flow into each other. So it looks like all of this is essentially part of one building, even though it's not. I believe, just a guess, this is 6 different buildings here. It just looks like it's one because of the way that they all just intertwine with one another. So that looks absolutely gorgeous. And yeah, this must be some sort of pub or a bar of some sort. So that's good. Markets over there.
Taverns keep spirits high. Oh, and mind the fire hazards, especially the bakeries. Yep. Fires are practically a Roman tradition.
That's truth, yeah. Just
be mindful of your city's layout. Residents will love lavender's sweet scent, but they won't be so fond of the pig farm stench. Whew.
I mean, I suppose, yeah, that makes sense. So the thing is, right, you're going to want people next to these farms so that they can have an easy way of getting there, but you don't want them to be too close that they'll start complaining. Unless you still build them relatively close by, never upgrade those houses so that the farmers, or the very first buildings that you build, essentially, which I think, again, in Anno 1800, they're called farmers, they are just working on the farms, but then their happiness is still relatively low. You can still build like a market, which might increase it, but...
Balance charm and profit wisely.
Look how beautiful this looks, man.
A governor
Oh
must
my
also live among the
days.
people. Establish your own villa as a sign of stability and leadership.
Yep. That's also something that's pretty cool as well. You can actually build your own villa, just like in the Tropico series. If you guys have ever played Tropico, again, one of my favorite series. Well, I've got a lot of favorite series, but Tropico is really, really cool. Where you can build like your El Presidente sort of mansion, which is really cool. And essentially, when you get invaded, that's where, both in Tropico and in this game, that's where either the rebels or the enemy are going to try and get to. So don't build it on the coast. Try and build it a bit further up the mountains, maybe surround it by some walls, have some outpost towers if that's in this game, don't know. But yeah, I think that's a pretty cool feature there as well. So if you are invaded, the rebels aren't just going like to random spots, they're going to try and kill you, which is fantastic. Well, it's not fantastically going to die, but it's a more immersive element in the game. So it actually feels like, okay, I am in this game, I need to protect myself, and also try not to screw over my own people.
Meet your people's needs and they'll advance, unlocking new industries and opportunities.
Yep. Trades.
A
Ooh.
resilient economy
Treachery.
is vital. Stockpile resources and prepare for challenges, as not every island will yield the goods you desire. Trade is key to securing essential items.
The detail again,
but
man.
keep an eye on rival governors. Not all share your vision of cooperation. Diplomacy may seem wise, but some rivals favor force. Protect your trade routes with armed escorts and fortified ports.
That's cool.
And beware of pirates.
Yes.
A well-defended harbor keeps your goods safe
Ooh.
from thieving hands.
That's really cool. I'm not going to go on for too much longer because I'm aware we're now like 16 minutes into the stream. But regardless, I am very, very excited about that. Now let's get on to some Satisfactory stuff. Because update 1.1, again, is coming out June 10th, which I'm very excited about. And I very quickly want to try and go over to the Dune Deserts. Because I want to try and design some blueprints, essentially, for our playthrough. I'm very excited about it as well. Where is it? Dune Deserts. I'm not going to be working too much on our pyramid today because I'd rather do some other stuff. Wow. I have to get rid of that sign, actually. There we go. Because that was for a video that I still haven't released yet. It will be coming out sometime early June. I'm fairly content with the pyramid. I think it looks decent overall. Of course, I still have to work on the lower bits, but I'm not really too concerned about that. I did actually finish all the walls off camera. And I think it looks fine from in here. It looks... almost looks a bit weird, if anything. Can I try and increase the graphics as well, if it was a bit low? Yeah, okay. We'll do ultra graphics. If my PC struggles, we'll lower it down a little bit. Oh dear. There we go. Cool. So first thing that we're going to do. Blueprint Mark III. Surface is too uneven. Oh no, what am I going to... Yep. Just do that. Actually, you know what? I should probably be starting with a Mark I blueprint designer, right? Because that's the very first thing that I'm going to unlock. I'm not even going to have Mark III until, like, what? The final stages of the game, is it? It's Phase 5. What? Phase 5? No, yeah, Phase 5, Tier 9, I believe it is. Yeah, so, I mean, by the time that you've unlocked this, you've probably almost finished the game. So I'm going to be sticking with Mark I and Mark II blueprint designers for this part, at least. Just because that's a bit more realistic from what we're dealing with. The very first thing that I want to try and design here for our new world is... an iron ore... The iron factory... Or reinforced iron plates, maybe? I could try and do a reinforced iron plate factory. When do we unlock Mark II blueprints? So Mark 1 is unlocked here in Tier 4. And Mark 2 is unlocked there in Tier 6. Where we're going to, I'm guessing, computers and all that. Okay. So we're going to be having this for a while then. Right. Let's start off with... Yeah, we'll do you, I'd say. That should be fine. And just for now, I'll do that. Okay. Do I want to add a floor? If so, I've got to raise everything. I think that would be a smart thing to do. Yep. Hello. There we go. Yeah, so let's start with a floor. Then we'll go back to doing that, because that's still relatively important. Am I going to have concrete by this stage of the game? I believe so, because you're unlocked in the awesome shop, aren't you? You're not there. Customizer. Yeah, so you're unlocked with coupons. So by this stage, I will have concrete unlocked. If not, I'm doing something horrendously wrong. There we go. And the reason, by the way, as to why I always put my conveyor wall here, rather than somewhere in the middle, is because I just personally find this a lot easier. Although what I might even try and do, just for a bit of fun, is actually plonk you in there. Change up the shape here a little bit. That could be fun. Okay. Then what we're going to be dealing with is 120 iron per minute coming in from a Mark II one of you. Yes, that's fine. There we go. So you're going to come into here, where we're then going to be met by we're going to be met by our smelters. So let's go into production. Go into our smelters. I'm gonna try and chuck you right there. That's pretty good. Move you that back there by... we can do one more. Yeah, we can do one more. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, we can definitely do one more. Lovely. You actually got a bit of room to spare. So if I was to chuck you there, we could, in theory, then have some room around there to do something else. Okay. Let's do that. That looks good to me. We're then going to go into our logistics and just make sure everything here is fine. We're going to add a splitter right about there. Yeah, there's plenty of room in between you lot. Plenty. Great. We're then going to add 3 more. I can. About half a foundation there. Okay. If I was to add a wall there, which I'm not going to, but 1, 2, 3, 4. That just about sticks out there. That's completely fine. Okay. So the plan is, I want to try and somehow get this blueprint in this world over to my other world, and I don't actually know how I'm going to do that. So if you guys have any suggestions, feel free to let me know. That looks quite nice. Okay. Color pattern wise, I'm not going to be going with this. I'm going to be going with something like that. Yep. Lovely. And do I want this to be black? Yeah, I think that could look quite nice. I do quite like that. And if not, I can just paint it back a bit later on. Lovely. Then are we going to have a second entrance here? I would quite like to have some sort of pedestrian entrance. Am I going to have a door unlocked by this stage of the game? Honestly, probably yes. Let's chuck that into there. We're then going to go on to... Let's see. Architecture. Sure. I think I'll do low barriers here. 1, 2, 3, 4. And something like this. Yep. Something else that I could do, and again, just experimenting here. That's what today's stream's going to be, just a little bit of fun. What if I was to do this? Where it's a bit more open. And then what I could do is get some glass. There. Just like that. Maybe even some glass here as well. And what am I going to do for you lot? I suppose I could just do that, right? Looks fine. I wish I could overlap that, but no. Let's see. That looks rather decent. But rather than doing that, I'm going to do this. Again, go back to architecture. Make sure that I select the road barrier. And make sure I chuck you in right there. No, that's a bit too far. No. There we go. How does that look? Looks good. Yeah, I like that. So then you can walk here now, which again I quite like. I want to try and see though. Can I get rid of this? And then... No. What I probably can do though is this. Yeah, I prefer that. Maybe not that. Zoop you again along over there. Lovely. Welcome, Jonas. Glass is expensive early game. It can be rather expensive. Luckily, one of the very first things that I do, though, is set up a silica and raw quartz blueprints. All I've got to do is just go over to wherever I find raw quartz, plop down the blueprints, then just don't really worry about it too much. Okay, there we go. That looks fine. Looks okay. I then want to make sure that I've got a bit more glass around this area. Just like that. Leave that corner. Then do that. Looks fine. Lovely. So that we are now making 120 iron per minute. Okay. Not too bad. Now, I suppose I kind of want you guys to bend around here, then go up somewhere. I know, what a fantastic idea. Have it go up somewhere. Genius, honestly. Genius. I'll do this. Because I'm going to have a very small logistics floor here. Rid of that. Do the same over here as well. Welcome, Levy. I think you don't have to have doors unlocked as long as you have the materials. Yeah, I mean that should be fine. Because I believe doors are also unlocked in the Awesome Shop, and they consume coupons. So that was the main thing that I was a bit worried about. Like, am I going to have enough coupons to actually unlock the doors? Yeah, probably set it to that. There we go. Not bad. So this first logistic floor is going to be, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. Around about this sort of height, maybe even one more. And it's very important that I do actually get this right. And the way I can tell if I'm going to get this right is by going to logistics, I believe it's in. There you go. Then selecting the conveyor lift floor hall and plopping you down. Goes there for now. Cool. I'm gonna come back over here. Do the not the exact same thing there. I'm gonna try and bring you lot somewhere over here. Yes. Rotate you like that. Perfect. So is this the right height? If you have already the blueprint, you don't need to have it unlocked. Oh, right. Is that a thing? I never knew that. I suppose it makes sense, though. That's good to know. There's that conveyor lift. There you go. The thing is, right, I could combine them. Do I want to? Let me just see here for a minute. Production, assembler, just chuck you down there for now. That's, of course, going to move very quickly. Reinforced iron plates. Am I going to have an alternate recipe unlocked? Of course, I would prefer to have stitched iron plates. But let's just go off the fact that we haven't got any alternate recipes unlocked. This is what we're going to have. So, to make 5 reinforced iron plates, we need 60 screws. I might have to get a piece of paper out here. If I've got my notebook somewhere. Which I don't. But I have got a random piece of paper that I'm just going to write on instead. So we need... What the heck? There we go. 30 iron plates. And 60 screws. In fact, how many alternate recipes would I have unlocked by this stage of the game? Depends how many hard drives I would have found. Maybe like 2. So let's just again assume we haven't got any unlocked. Which is a bit annoying, but oh well. So now we have to go into our iron plates. Constructor, there we go. How much is 1 reinforced iron plate per minute? It's probably a bit easier to try and work out. It's 6 iron plates and 12 screws. Okay. And 6 iron plates is going to cost us, what is it, like 8.5 iron ingots? Or just 8? 9. Okay, makes sense. So that's 9 iron ingots there. Then our 12 screws won't really set us back too far, luckily. 3 iron rods. Which is 3 iron ingots. So in total there, we are consuming 12 iron ingots. And of course, we've got 120 going in, so that's 10 times that. So we can make 10 reinforced iron plates. Meaning that we are going to need 60 iron plates. Which is 3 constructors. We then need 120 screws. Probably quite a lot more. 3 constructors. Then to make our 30 iron rods, we are going to need just... Is it 2? I think it's 2 constructors. We're still waiting on those road blueprints one day. I want to try and remake them. Because the ones that I made for my last playthrough were fine, but I could probably make them a bit better. But the roads that I've released a separate dedicated video on, I do want to try and import them into my next playthrough. So hopefully I'll get those blueprints sorted. If I can find a way to import it, but I still don't know how to import blueprints. Okay, 2 constructors. And when it comes to our assemblers, we need 2. So we're going to need our 4 smelters done, 8 constructors, and 2 assemblers. Okay. Good Good to know. Good to know. You gonna fit here? Okay, yeah, so the height was completely fine. That's good to see. You in there. Chuck you in there. I suppose now's a pretty good time to check. Do I want to combine any of these things together? That's 90, so 30. Okay. I actually can. You most certainly can. So I'll get rid of these two. And then I want you three to combine, which will then be going into our iron plates. Although, something else that I could do is have you guys go directly into our iron plates, which could potentially save us logistically. Let me just try and finish this floor here for a moment. There we go. I think also by this stage we might have to add this back over here. Chuck you guys up here. Actually, no, not you two though, because then you'll be sticking out of there, won't you? Because you're annoying. Three there, lovely, okay. Then I suppose we'll do that. That. It's fine for now. So now the question is, how are we going to get 8 constructors here? It's fairly simple. I might have to overclock 2. Potentially. So first things first, I want you lot facing this direction. That should be pretty good. The way that I can tell if this is going to be worth it is if I can do... Where is it? Logistics. Let me just save you to my hard... what's it called? Hotbar. Not that one though, it doesn't matter. Yes. I'll track you around there for now. Are you going to be poking out the sides? Good, you're not, because that would have been annoying. You will then just go straight up, I suppose. Welcome, Gunther. Hope that you're doing good. You're making a mod for Satisfactory. I think you shot yourself in the foot since you're modding large stuff with tons of mobile parts. Ooh. Sounds like it'll be a fun mod, though. Hopefully it goes well. They are changing some things with the mods every now and then when they release patch updates. But I don't think anything too major, though. Hopefully. Good luck, though. Okay. Now, the thing is, I won't be able to add a merger here, can I? No. Okay. Unless I add it there, but there's no way that's going to connect, right? There's no way. No, okay, that's fine. What I would then do, anyway, is bring you back up to there. And then all of our iron plates will then merge together to then just go up to the next floor, which... Can we even fit our assembler here? I'm speaking out loud here now, but... Let's see. No. Bring you across to there. Can we fit our assembler? I think it'll be pretty tight. That logistic floor down there might have screwed us a little bit, but I feel like it's kind of worth it though. If we can fit this. Okay. So we can't. It'll fit there. You're joking me? We're one foundation over. Okay, so let's just lower all of this then down by 1. Then we'll try it again. Yeah, this should work. Maybe. I hope so, at least. So we'll do that. Grab our assembler. There we go. Good. Okay. So those are our iron plates sorted. One there, and one there. Good. Our 2 assemblers can then be somewhere up there. That's completely fine. I'm not too concerned about that. You're going to peek through the floor? No, you are not. Fantastic. Good. We'll have some sort of like merger up here. This floor should be good. Because surely that's way too high, right? So that should be the right floor. Wait, no, let's go into this one. Due to my hotbar. Are you going to be peeking out the floor? Well, a little bit, but that's not really a concern either. It's fantastic then. Chuck you around here now. Can I do that? I can do this. It's going to look a little bit weird, but I feel like that's fine. Mark 1 will be completely fine here as well. Because we're dealing with 60 iron plates per minute. We could use catwalks if I really wanted to. Yep. It's a generator mod. For each you choose the names Whisper, Thunder, and Earthshaker. Oh, nice. That sounds like it'll be a fun mod. Look at that, the way the foundations here interact with the walls in the background. So weird. It's like it creates a weird blue layer every time I try and move up and down. Oh well. So yeah, iron plates there, great. So you'll most likely then swoop around here and then just go up over there, I suppose. Next. Okay, 3 more constructors for our screws and 2 for our iron rods. Right. If I was to add you there. And craft you. That's now 15 out of our 30 iron rods that we need, so I have to add 1 more. Which could go here. Thinking, do I actually need these 2? Well, the first one we know that we don't need. So what if I do something like that? And again, you guys are just the inputs there for the iron plates, so down there. 1 more in here as well. Really? I can't fit underneath there? There we go. Lovely. We'll do that. We'll do that. And now we'll drag you round to there. Foundation's going invisible when you move through stairs. Ah. Fresh rate. I've never even heard of that one. If you are encountering bugs whilst modding, do make sure to put it on the Satisfactory Q&A site. I don't know if they officially support mods though. I know that there's like mods in Satisfactory and they're fine with it. But I still don't know if it's like officially supported yet. You might have to ask someone over on the Satisfactory Discord or Reddit maybe. Okay, this might be able to work. I've got to move you forwards though by quite a bit. Is that good? One further back, maybe? There's tons of room. Yeah, that's fine. Yep. So then you'll be creating the iron rods. I can chuck you round to there. I can then chuck you round to... Well, not physically chuck, but I'll move you round to there. And I'm actually going to move you back over here as well. Like that. Actually, I must admit, I really do enjoy working with the Mark 1 blueprints. Oh, wait, I might be about to eat my words. I actually really hate working with them. No, it's not that bad. All I've got to do here is just rotate you guys around like there, right? Yep. Okay. So whereabouts? Well, you know what? It should be there. I'm not actually going to put it there. I'm going to put it here. It's a better place, in my opinion, for it. What are you doing? There we go. Fantastic. So you then go up there. You then split 50-50. That's completely fine. Talking base game. All right. It's on your end. Yeah, exactly. Experimental itself isn't fantastic. I've noticed a few bugs myself, but again, I can't tell if that's my PC. It most likely is my PC. But I also can't tell if it's the game in some cases. Like, there's a difference between a bug and a performance issue. I feel like I'm experiencing performance issues. So, I just accept my fate. I accept my destiny. I get on with it. Right, so the next thing to do now is plop you lot up here. That. Then select you. Merger, that's what I need. I want you to face in that direction. Right in the middle, which I believe is there. So that's now merging our 15 iron rods, 15 iron rods, that's 30 iron rods. You are then going to come straight down here. You'll then split there, there, and there evenly into our screws. Preferably, I actually want you to be potentially there. Do I want to be there? No. Yeah. No. Sure. I don't know why, but I've got this song, Beauty of Annihilation, stuck in my head. I'm not going to play it on stream because it will just get me copyrighted. It's from Call of Duty Black Ops 1, I believe. I don't know why I've got it stuck in my head. Veil Merger, no. Yeah, it's called Beauty of Annihilation. It's a good song. No. 115 is a classic. The 1 as well, that's pretty good. Screws. I'll worry about power in just a minute. I'm not too fast about that as of right now. You're taking 10, yes. Then your rods, yep. Your rods, yep. Okay, power, you're gonna go to there. Unless I want you to come straight down. I don't know if it massively matters, if I'm honest. It does, it matters to me. So, let me just get rid of that for a moment. In theory, I should have done this before the logistics, but oh well. With infinite nudge, it's completely fine. There we go. The same there with you. The reason as to why I'm doing this, by the way, on a creative world, is because it's far easier just to fly around, do things like this, for example. Because if I wasn't, I'd have to get rid of the concrete layer, then go underneath, then crouch, then make sure it's fine, then come back on top. And this is far easier. There we go. Okay, you're not quite as simple. I could do this. How is that going to look, though? If I do that, it will look completely fine. Hey, Grant. There you go. You can go. I'm also not really too fussed about looks as well. Because a part of me almost quite likes having an open-looking factory. So I'm kind of fine with that. Okay, you. You're actually good, I think. There we go. It doesn't all have to be lined up. As long as it just looks okay, then I'm fine with that, honestly. Thank you, by the way, for everyone who's been supporting the channel recently. I do greatly appreciate it. Apologies for there being no videos recently. I have got like 5 videos ready to release. But I'm releasing them when I'm on holiday rather than having like 7 videos in a week than having 0 for 2 weeks. I feel like it makes sense that way. I'm sure that's fairly understandable. Okay, then if I was to connect you to there, you're going to cut through the wall, aren't you? You're actually not? No way. Okay, I honestly thought you would, but I would take that. 0.6 megawatts of production. Okay. Sure. Everything's connected though, right? Yeah. Now it's time for our smelters, which should actually be a lot simpler. I'm going to start off by removing just these 3 foundations. I'm going to make sure that you go somewhere here. We'll check what that's going to look like now. But it should be fine. Yeah, I mean, you can see it, but I mean, I'm not massively fussed about that. What I could do, maybe, add a wall here? That looks fine. I'll keep it like that for now. I might change it. I probably will change it. So either way, you guys are now all making your screws, and you guys are all making your iron plates. I essentially want to do what I did on this side over to this side. So what we're going to do is grab you lot, have you go up to here. I want to know what you're doing. I am making a reinforced iron plates factory, 10 per minute in a Mark 1 blueprint designer. For potentially a video where I might need it. Or a series. Wow. So I'm going to have you facing this way for now. Move you in here a little bit. I can fly it, please. There we go. How many screws is this? 120 screws, so that's completely fine as well. And you guys have to be connected over there. Same with you. And get rid of that. Now with both of you lots, you now have to come up and around here. Well, 2 assemblers. one there, then we'll do another one here. Welcome, Gray. I hope that you're doing good. You've really enjoyed your videos about the best recipes whilst you were finishing the game for the first time. Oh, nice. I'm glad that they are helpful. I really enjoy making them as well, so it's always nice to receive positive support in those videos. Yeah, thank you very much, though. Welcome to the channel. Okay, I want to try and build you lot out here. Perfect, there we go. And drag you. Now, this is the part that I'm a bit confused, a bit concerned about, a bit befuddled. You have to be a Mark II, first of all. I'm trying to line you up with that. How's that not even? Oh, right, okay. That's impressive. What if you nudge that smelter wall a bit? I could do that. I think this way you guys are actually even now. Great. See, I'll chuck you there. I'll grab that. See, like, that's not going to go down properly. That's annoying. Can I just lower it down? To have it come out to there, and have this part here come down to here? I don't see why that wouldn't work. Welcome a random Lollipop. Lollipop. There we go. First time. Hope that you're doing well, man. So you're lined up with there. There we go. When is it? It is the 10th of June. There should be a pinned message on today's live stream. And hopefully the date's in that pinned message. If not, do let me know so I can repin it. There you go. Ah. Okay. There. Move back as far as I can. Change you. Then select this. There we go. To go there. Yeah, that should be fine. Then select you. To go here. Now, how do I get you over there? And then you over there? I think I might actually know how. Of course, I could just let them cross each other, but I don't really want to do that. What if I do this? You're gonna have to go up a little bit more. That's fine. Yeah, I'll bring you up to there, essentially. Lower you down there a little bit. Next, you into there. Okay. And then split you off again, then have you come round there. Can I fit it? Oh, that's not the right one. I can fit you in there. Cancel that. What if I try this instead? No, I can't add that there. One. There we go. So that will be a bit better now. I can then do the same thing down here. Then you'll be cutting through there, which I don't particularly like too much. Okay. Make sure they're connected. Make sure you're connected as well. So in theory, that is now our logistics sorted. I can then get rid of you, get rid of you. Then get rid of that. That's. Why is that there? That's. And that. Now regarding power, you two are just going to come straight down to here. Use a ceiling mount? It's okay. If I was to use a ceiling mount, though, it would have been a lot lower than that. Or, like, a lot, yeah, lower down than that, which I don't really want to do. Oh. This works fine as well. It's a bit all over the place, but it is what it is. It works, it works. I'll connect you two together now. And you just go straight down there. I mean, the wire clearly sticks out there, but it's not dreadful. The final thing to now do is this. Can bend you over that. I knew that's going to happen. It's saying that I can't do it, but I'm pretty sure I can. I don't know why it's acting all weird. I don't know why it's doing this. What about curve? No. So it can't do it then, right? Sure it can. Let me just try and place down our storage container. The right way, preferably. That's a shame. Okay. I'll just nudge you over a little bit then to the right, so that's completely fine. That's. If you're gonna clip it, you could nudge the ceiling mount a bit up to the same result. Yeah. That's alright though. That's essentially the actual building itself done. I'm not really too sure about the outside exterior. I also want to make sure that it's definitely going to work completely fine. If you're making 10 per minute there. So I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to save this as... Yeah. Modular factory. There we go. Then change the background color here as well. Let's try and find an iron node. Luckily we're in the Dune Desert, so there's iron nodes absolutely everywhere. Easily the best starting biome in the game. Don't worry too much about the exterior, that can be very easily fixed. Sure, you know what? Sure. Everything's yellow there. There's no red lights. That's what's most important as of right now. There's no red lights. Good. Oh, wait a minute. I know what I haven't done. You might have been able to see it right there. You lot. I didn't hook you up to here. Oh, dear. There's tons of room down here, so that's not really much of a problem. Deary me. There we go. Slightly better. A bit of an improvement. Even though now I've got a massive hole in it. Oh my god. There we go. 12th time lucky, chap. Imagine we didn't notice that we just left it for 20 minutes. Oh, dearie me. Nightmare. There we go. Everything in there's fine. Okay, good. What theme do I want to go for? Let's see. I mean, firstly, this wall here just doesn't need to exist. There we go. Whereas the wall up here most certainly does. There we go. So I think what I'm going to end up doing here is placing that there. Same thing with you, same thing with you. Maybe even continue like this sort of theme. Try. So we do something like that. I don't know if I'll really have anything else unlocked by this stage of the game. I would like to go with something like this. But the whole point is trying to keep this project minimal. I suppose it still is. I can't put you there though. Okay. Next, what do we do? Glad you guys here. You will annoyingly overlap though. There. Which yeah, I don't massively love. What if I get rid of you then? Well, like you're fine there. And you're kind of needed here. Okay, how's everything going down here? I see lots of green. There you go. Tons of green. You can see our iron plates. Can't see any screws. Oh, there we go. Lovely. Everything seems to be working there completely fine. That's pretty cool. If I just turned everything down there into concrete, I rather wouldn't though. I'd rather not do that. I'm not gonna have any of this stuff unlocked. Let me try this. Even honestly, just having that going the entire way around. Until we get up here, then we just have some, like, open area. That could be fun. Some glass. The windows are the same size. Oh, do you mean like continuously clip it so that it's like the same width of glass? I could do that. We'll see. Do that. Let's see here for a minute. Just experimenting. If no. That's our experiment over. Okay. That's fine. It's harmless. Although you are gonna peek through there, which I don't really want you to do, so we'll just leave it like that for now. Do the same on every side, maybe? Let's try it. Ah. Welcome, Mandarina. Mandarino. Hope that you're doing good. One thing you've always struggled with Satisfactory is making everything look nice. Yeah, that's the thing. I can make it productive. Like, I think this is all working now. Although all I'm seeing is yellow lights. What's your problem? You've got no screws. You're not going... Really? Now what's the problem? Oh, is this the bug? Isn't there a bug to do with like conveyor lifts and conveyor splitters and all that? I think there is. Maybe that's the bug? Regardless, now it's all working. Okay. How do I make this not look terrible? I feel like there has to be a wall in here. That's fine. Just the way it is now is fine. Then we'll do maybe this. That. That. One more in there. One more here. Then paint these ones on the outside a slightly different color. Like, that looks fine. It's better than that, at least, so that's good. There we go. What am I going to do down here? Guess we're going to find out. Because this way you can still see everything in the factory having a bit of life. It's not tucked away, it's not hidden. It's still there. Should we try and go with some glass? Well, that's just gonna stick out then, isn't it? It is. Okay, I'll do that then. That looks fine. I think. I've built worse. I have most certainly built worse. Yeah, we'll do that. A couple more of these. Although, oh wait, no, you're not quite in the middle, are you? Of course not. Of course not. So then you've got to go here. Sure. Keep that there for now. This side can then do the same. No. We'll get rid of that. I reckon that this is like an 80% improvement. Mostly because what we had before was so shocking, but oh well. Still an improvement in my eyes. And select you. Build that all the way along down here. Yeah, okay. We take it. I think. We'll get rid of that, get rid of this. You can still stay. I don't mind the glass. Is there still glass here? There is, yeah. I barely even see it. Okay, now let's see. I do that there. See, that's just not going to look right, is it? I'll keep it empty for now. Yeah. And when it comes to this part, see, this part I'm a bit more confused about. Because you have to be there, so I'm almost thinking, why just do this? That looks fine for there, I think. Yep. Make sure to paint you. And you. And the good thing is now, that because we have this shell that I think, again, is fine, all I really have to do is just copy and paste it whenever I do more of these blueprints. Maybe paint it a slightly different color just so I know what's what. Like, this is iron, so I can get away with, like, a chrome-looking color, because it's a similar-looking color. That won't be a problem. No, you shouldn't go there, right? No. And then copper would be maybe copper-coated. Right, that would actually make sense. Nothing I build is supposed to make sense. That's fine. Is that a giant pyramid? I can show you from the outside. It's the start of a pyramid, yes. I built most of it off camera. I started to build a little bit of it on camera a couple days ago. Yeah, it's a pyramid. Because this is what I want to try and build in my next playthrough, which might be happening in the next few months. So, yeah. This is my iron factory. Of course, there's nothing here as of right now. But the plan is to build an iron factory in here. Because there's tons of iron and other resources here in the Dune Desert. So just collect all of that. Get a little bit more shipped in via train or drones. It's relatively simple to do. And yeah, the rest is very nice. Very simple. Lovely. I suppose we have to actually get rid of that, don't we? Nudge you a little bit. Little bit! There we go. That was my English accent. I bet you guys liked it. I do there as well. So we've got a nice pathway in between. And I know it's extremely basic, but compare this to what we had before, I mean, it looks so much better. I could even do one more at the very top, but I'm not going to. Oh well. I'll take it. Yeah, I'll take it. I wouldn't mind painting you, but I can't, so I won't. I'm still unsure about this part, if I'm honest. That's... oh well. I just indent you into there. I could, but why? No, not really worth doing, if I'm honest. In fact, no, what I will do is this. This might be a dumb idea. But if YouTube was a country, then I am the capital of dumb ideas. Let's do that. Then do this. Track your face below there, then track your face below that. What I'm then going to do is go into customizer, select material, no, sorry, select patterns. Boom. I mean, that's bright enough, damn. No. I just saw it and yet... oh, okay. Okay, sure. And here is where I'm going to build... well, I was going to not build a mount. I was going to build... where is it? Oh, there we go. Crafting bench. Well, this is very bright. Oh, well. How would this look? Would I even have this unlocked by this stage of the game? No idea. I probably wouldn't, in all fairness, so... so how are things looking? I'm still seeing yellow here. Screws is a problem? Ow. Screws should not be a problem. $40, $80, $120, $60, $120. You're on Mark 2. You're Mark 1, you're Mark 1. Nothing here is backing up. So... how have we not got enough? That's really weird. I've got the exact right amount of all my resources. But apparently like, it's not getting here. See, right then it was exactly on 12. Only on 21. Oh, why? There shouldn't be any gaps. Okay, because of this. We're not getting enough iron rods. Why aren't we getting enough iron rods? I'm going to pay attention to this green light right there and that green light right there. If they appear yellow at any minute, it means that we're not getting enough iron ore. Well, they're not. Welcome, Ranbeer. Hope that you're doing well. Welcome to the stream. I'm going to assume that because it's a manifold system, that's... yeah. You've got to fill up first. Then after you've filled up, you'll then fill up. Then after you fill up, you'll then fill up. That's why we've got a couple yellow lights occasionally. But regardless, you still made over 100 reinforced iron plates in that rather short time there. So I would say this factory is a success. Good. What else should we do? We could try and finish the pyramid. Is there a best recipe video that I haven't yet done? No. There isn't at all. Could try and work on this wall. I haven't yet finished everything, but... let's see. There's one thing I've actually got to try and change here is... where is it? Builder Special. Then it's... that one? No. Is this a smaller one? No. Oh, it is. Okay, good. So essentially, I've got to rotate this wall around. Which is pretty simple, to be fair, so that's not too bad. We'll see why in just a moment. So essentially, the way that I've designed everything is I've designed for it to be mirrored, but unfortunately, I can't mirror it when there's a wall there, because then the wall gets in the way, so... oh well. Yes, good. Okay, freaking dokies. Let's do this. Chuck you into there, chuck you into there. Is that too high? As high as a kite. There we go. And now we save this as this. And that. Right. So, now we can do the second part, I believe. We can get rid of that. Get rid of that. I think. Then get rid of that. What do we select? Where's 001? This one. No, that's fine. 2, no. 3. No. This. So I believe that's roughly where you've got to try and go. We'll nudge you into place, obviously. It should be fine. Then bring you straight down. Yep. No. Now we bring you straight down. Might be off by a little bit. Only one nudge. In fact... you know, it was one nudge. That's fine. Anyway, keep going. Keep going. 3, 2, 1. Bam. Look at that. It just slots into place. It's almost as if I designed it for that reason. What? That's incredible. Yeah, that's remarkable, honestly. Almost like the sole purpose of it was... are you attacking me, you little thing? How dare you? Three, 4. There we go. I'm still getting used to a keyboard after all these years. That looks pretty good to me. So, and then we'll chuck you down there. Next, now for you lots, what do I do? What do I do? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So you should be here now. I suppose I could do that. It might end up looking a bit weird. We can do a couple redesigns and that's all good. Let's try this. Also, yeah, you have to go as well. And all that. Here we go. In fact, I wonder, if I was to do this... Would this even work? Yes. You're the same height now, aren't you? Just nudge you over here. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Seconds did get a little bit longer towards the end there, but oh well, it's done now. So we'll chuck you in there. Then you... there. Bum 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 bum. There we go. So this would be like our main entrance, our bridge. So I keep saying a bridge. I don't know where to. Maybe a portal? That's what I could do, I suppose. Have this be the main entrance. Sure. In fact, here's what we could do. I don't mind having this here. But I do want to try and increase this area out a little bit more. Same with this. We'll bring you back here by a couple. One more. Yeah, that can go there. Same with you. And we'll bring you back to around... Is it there? No, there. Okay. Oh no. Do something like this. Okay. Now the very final thing that we're going to need is you. How is this going to look? So why are you still there? There we go. Oh, still 2 more. Any more? No, we're good now? Okay. Yeah, that's how the entrance is going to look. A part of me almost wants to paint it carbon steel. Let's see. It's been actually a very long time since I last built a pyramid. In any game. I've never built one in Satisfactory. Which is the main reason why I'm giving it a shot now. Because, why not, right? Have a bit of fun. If you're looking at a project thinking, I'm not going to attempt that because I've never done it before. I mean, why? Thought of failure, I suppose, but... I mean, that's life. Everyone fails. Some people fail a lot. I always think about the most influential man in the world, who is Colonel Thunders, the KFC guy. How many times did people deny his recipe? Until eventually someone was like, yeah, sure. And now look at KFC. Be the KFC, man. Don't be the C man. No. Cancel. Anyway. Was that like a very motivational quote? I feel like it was. I'll add that to like the collection of motivational quotes that I've come up with. That's the very first one, by the way. Be the KFC man, not the C man. Pretty deep when you think about it. Why are you all different colours? There we go. You're a different colour as well. Just be carbon steel. There we go. In fact, I actually want to try and leave you open. This is looking quite nice so far. Depending on the angle. Some angles look terrible, but oh well. Whoops. Do that there as well. Guess I'm gonna have to paint you guys. Yeah, of course. Yeah. How is this looking from out here? I mean, it's a pretty big entrance, but it's a pretty big pyramid, so I feel like it's okay. That's fine. And then I think what I'm actually going to do is have glass here. No. 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 Have our glass starting around here. That's going to be where the path is going to go, or the sidewalk. So, that's fine. Oh. No. No. Yeah, you're going to go back there a little bit. No, I do want you there. 1, 2, 1. Oh, I know what I did. Like that. Okay. Then go into walls. Is it nighttime again? I feel like it's been nighttime 11 times since I've started my stream. It's gone to night. Oh well. I feel like this would be a pretty cool looking entrance. Have some trains as well coming in from here. Yeah. In fact, you know what? Can I get rid of this? I can, yeah. This could be a bad decision here, but I love bad decisions. Let's do that. And what if I just drag that straight down? So why are you still there? Okay, you look a bit weird now, but that's fine. No, I still technically do need you there, I think. Maybe I'll get rid of that as well. I suppose I'm going to have to, actually, yeah. And get rid of this part here. So, the first thing that I'm actually going to do is to grab an inverted ramp. There we go. Fill that in there in a minute. So that's what we're left with, and the reason why I'm doing this is because I want my trains to go through here. Because even though I did say, actually, I kind of like the way just like the regular wall looks without all of that stuff. Interesting. I mean, that almost looks better than that. Regardless. Welcome, Exploiter, or our Exploiter. Yeah, Satisfactory is a pretty good game. I'm really enjoying it at the moment. I would say it's probably my favorite game to play at the minute. It's good fun. Hope that you're doing well. Chuck you down here. No. Aww. That always happens. You lots. Yeah, we'll just do this. Do one there. And we'll do one here as well. Lovely. Chuck you there. Maybe one more here as well. Yeah. Don't know why there's a gap there. Shouldn't be. Oh well. Right, so we got that there. We then need... Where is it? Regular ramp. Yes, you. Go somewhere here. Hopefully our train should be able to fit through this gap. It is a relatively big object, isn't it, the train? Yeah, but you can fit through there. That's good. I might even paint you a bit darker, if I'm honest. In fact, asphalt. We do need a bit of asphalt. Always trying to add a little bit to my builds. Welcome, Vinod. Hope that you're doing well. I've missed one. Now here's an idea. This might look dreadful, but you know what? As the Romans used to say, oh well. Maybe that's what the Romans used to say. I'm sure one of them at some point would have said oh well. But in Latin they're like, Odius Velius! Or something. I don't speak Latin, in case you guys couldn't tell. I know I was really hiding it there very, very well. I'm not fluent in Latin. I am fluent in Yapperish, though. Which is pretty nice. Depend, yeah. No, sorry. No, I might want to remove that. And do this. Oh, I can't do that. That's fine. What I could do, though, is this. Right? Now, this could look rather sublime. Or it could look rather dire. I don't know. Again, just experimenting. I have you just about jut out of there. Because I feel like, realistically speaking, this would be far simpler to construct. It uses a lot less resources, it won't lag my game as much, and I think it looks decent. Having something like that there. Fine. Like it needs something else though. Maybe it needs to be a bit darker. That could be it. I mean, it's fine. It's okay. Still need something else, though. What about you lot? Because again, this is still simple. We'll bring you down to there. How's that? It's a little different, but I quite like it. You do notice it when it's a bit lighter. Yeah, we'll go with that, I think. And of course, paint you lot then. I keep saying of course, but I do want to try and paint them lots. There we go. So, do I want to go with that the entire way around? And the sun's coming up now, so we can probably get a bit of a better view anyway. But I feel like if I was to go with that, again, it would be a lot simpler to do. Cost a lot less resources. But would it look as nice? You could still have some sort of like pattern here. What I've got over there. Creature's trying to kill me. Oh, I wish you could succeed. So that would then have to go. I've got no problem with these walls, by the way. I think they look decent. Good enough. We're going to go all the way down. There we go. Okay. So now what the plan is, it's going to be... Might be a little bit difficult to do because of the angles. We'll go foundation. There and there. Okay. Two hours? Oh, an hour and 47 minutes. Okay. How would this look? Well, it doesn't go directly to the edge, which is quite annoying. But if I was to do something like that... nearly no one watching on Twitch? Yep. It's okay. Okay. Now we increase this out by a little bit. I don't know what I'm building, by the way. I'm just sort of just messing around. Seeing if anything sticks. What if I do something like this? So we do that. Then we do this. I mean, it looks okay. Like, if I was to do that for every single wall, I think that could end up looking pretty cool. I think. I want to do it for this one here as well. Maybe. The problem now is that we've got too many, like, layers everywhere. I'm gonna get rid of a few of them. Like, let's just start off by getting rid of everything here. That too. There we go. Hey, do you want to try and add some more stuff into here, by the way? Especially in there. Because that could generally end up looking quite nice. And in regards of how simple it is to build, well, it is pretty simple, so that shouldn't be a problem either. Like, do I like that? See, actually, I do quite like that. I'll probably just end up leaving that there. Get rid of this. The final thing is that. Make sure that's gonna go. Okay, so this is what we are left with. I definitely, I think, do want you to be here. Come on. Yeah. Okay. Color-wise, I think it's fine, this color. I don't hate it, so we'll leave it. For the inside, what do I want to do? I mean, lights would be quite nice. Let's try this. Rather than having lights here in the middle, what if I instead have lights around the outside? Yes, this is going to consume a lot more lights, and the whole point of this wasn't to consume any lights, but if it looks nice, then... yeah. Can I just copy this setting very quickly onto one of these? Doesn't matter that it's upside down, by the way, that's completely fine. As long as there's no gaps. No, I don't want you to be that. I don't yet actually know what I'm going to do with everything up here, by the way. What do I do? Because from up here, things can look fine. They look good here, the way it already is. I could also increase this out like that. That would look fine. Has almost zero impact there. No. Yep. Where is it? Coated concrete. I have to look at materials. There we go. Lovely. Yeah, I mean, this could end up looking fine. Lower you down by 1. Up. Okay, you don't cross over for anything over there. That's good. Angle. I don't really want to angle you like that, if I'm honest. No. Up. Down. Across. Not across. Definitely not across. Nope. So I can't do that one up there. What if I was to select this? Right, surely this would be fine. That's a paint you, obviously, but that shouldn't be too much of a bother. I've already got the colour saved, don't I? Yep. Rid of that. Select that. Yeah, I think that will end up looking really nice. Yep. Maybe even pushing this wall here forwards a little bit. So it looks like this wall is a bit more indented into the project, which could end up looking good. I think really good. 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Good, good, good. So yeah, that's going to get built out there. That's fine where it is. Okay. Let's try this over here now. Is there any way I can make it look a bit neater? I don't even think there is. I will select you though. Yeah, again, this would be fantastic in the blueprint designer. That's lovely. It feels a lot brighter, this one as well, compared to the other sign. I don't know if it is, it just feels brighter. No, it's the exact same, but because there's no lines in the way, it looks a lot better. It's fine. I mean, this is a very different approach to what I was expecting today's stream to be, but you know what? I'm completely here for it. The plan was to take a bit of a break from the pyramid. But again, here we are. To be fair though, I would like to get this thing just sorted before updates 1.1 comes out. There is a reason for that, as you'll find out. Yeah. Let's just try and do the top bit now. Hopefully nothing here sticking out. Yes, well done. Well done me. Good job me. If I just spam this. Not a single one of them actually went into the right place. That's incredible. How about now? And again, not a single one. Really? Damn. Okay. Oh, okay. You can very instantly notice that when you use the largest of the signs, there's a lot of lines everywhere. It doesn't really flow in between each other very nicely. But then when you use the other signs, they look so much better. There's no gaps in between them. They look pretty good. I think overall, underneath the pyramid, they're going to look pretty nice. So, do I want to commit with that? Honestly, yes. I think I do. And because this is like the main entrance here, this is where our train's gonna go through. Not designing that today though. But let's say this wasn't the main entrance. What would I be doing here? I think what I'll do is this. Have you stick out from there. Have you go straight down. Have you go 1, 2, 3, 4. Then vertically down. There we go. That's not supposed to be anything, it's just supposed to be there. It's supposed to be itself. Aww. Like it should come up by one more if I'm going to do that. I don't know what this is supposed to be, but oh well. One, 2, 3, 4. No. No. There we go. How could I stop that? I honestly don't even think I can. Oh well. Could do that, could do that. Same thing down there. Don't know if I want to do it to that one though. No. Okay, what if I do? I could still do that, but a bit closer in. How would that look? That's fine where that is. What if I just drag you out like this? That could look quite nice. Yeah, it is a bit random though, isn't it? Which is definitely something I'll have to think about off camera here as well. Because I would like to have something in the middle of these. What if it is just a viewing area? So I get rid of that, let's say. Add that along that side, then this along that side. I thought for a minute it managed to rotate itself around, but no, I just got it wrong the first time. Cool. We do a little bit of that. A little bit of this with your dad. Then that would be the inside of the factory, which would be glass. No, there won't be anything here, I don't think. Suppose we'll add something like that. Pathway in between here. Then this will be going here. As far as what I can tell, at least. Saying that as the guy who's inventing this thing, by the way. Okay, how are you looking now? Okay. You seem to be fine now. You fully overflowed. Now you've got enough, and you've got enough. Okay, yeah, so you just had to overflow a little bit. That's all good. So yeah, I mean, that does work. Do I like it though? Is now the next question. What if we just had this? Even just that looks fine. I feel like I do want it to come out by a little bit though. Little balcony. Yeah. Don't know what accent I'm trying there, but whatever it is, I'm failing it at. We're adding those 1 meter walls there, then we'll get the carbon steel. What we can then do is the 1 meter walls around here as well, but not that one. Because that will just show up through there and it won't really look too nice. But I think what I'll do down there instead is go into architecture, then select the low barrier. Chuck that into there. Actually, you know what? I'll then do this bit here as well. And come back onto this section. Zoop you down to there, zoop you down to there, and you down to there. That looks far better. I really like that. The only problem is, when I get to this part of the pyramids, what am I going to do? Because that's going to massively interact with this. I suppose when it comes to actually building the pyramid, I might even build it a little bit higher. Yep. I'm happy with that in total, I'd say. Doesn't look too bad. Is there anything else I would change? Honestly, I do not know. Just very quickly. Yeah, I like that. Yep. I don't want to add too much to it though, because the more I add, the worse it's going to end up looking. Having said that though, I feel like that's a good addition. Let's try it on the other side, because this side's the proper side, the other one was just like the experimental. Yep. Okay, we'll stick with that. Okay. Fine. It is very dark in this part of the room though, you can barely even see anything. Although I do kind of like that. From inside of here it looks great. Like there's nothing wrong with this, it's very simple, but that's kind of what I want it to be. And then eventually you walk around here, you walk, until you get to this stage. Where again, this is now going to come fully down. And then there'll be stairs in here for you. In theory, it'll only actually be 1 wide, not 2. And why are you... Ah. How about no? I thought I could hear like an echo there for a minute. Oh, thank you very much, Dil Dahelmang, for the sub. Thank you very much. Welcome to the channel, man. It's very kind of you. Welcome. So normally there would only be 1 of these here, but because this is like the main entrance, we've got 2. But realistically, this would then go into there. Then have a ladder going up. Ladder will then go to somewhere... where? Up here. Let's go... Where is it? You and you. That's... Great. I feel like this would be really fun to make, because there'll be so many like little bits and pieces that I'll be adding across here. I think we'll end up making this build look really, really good. Actually, I quite like this. Wait, that's just in there. Definitely end up keeping that. Nope. Yep. Add that into there as well. It does Z-snap a little bit, but that's completely fine. You come out to here. There will then be a barrier coming across here as well, absolutely. You can then go up on top of that bit over there. You can then come on top of here as well. And I suppose this is where the portal is going to be. Although, because again, this is the main entrance, I might even increase this a little bit. And by that, this is what I mean. I'll select this. Then I'll lower this down to like here, let's say. That, yes. Increase you over there. Do that. Increase me there. Love that meme. It's like an African meme. I'm pretty sure it's Nigerian, but it's the guy that's trying to say drop me off there. But he can't speak English properly. He's like, decrease me there. End me there. There we go. No, yep, just stick to that. I think you're concrete actually, aren't you? Yeah, you are. Are you gonna Z-snap to the top of there? You're not. Well done for not being annoying. Congratulations, how does that feel? I've actually got to get rid of that again. Nope. There we go. So now I'm going to add that, or actually get rid of that for now. Then select, select you. Lop you there. So I think this is what it's going to end up looking like. Is it weird looking? Yes. Do I like it? It's fine for now. I've actually got an idea. I know, concerning stuff. But it involves flashing lights. Sorry. Involves flashing lights, or just any lights. Yep. So if I was to add that to there, then guess what I'm going to be adding here? That's right, it's lights. £1 million if you guess that one correct at home. There you dump. There we go. Ah, you little bugger. Looks fine. I haven't got Discord. Ah, you're peeking through there, aren't you? How's that? Oh, the umpire said yes. That was a cricket's reference, everybody. I don't play crickets. There you go. I mean, it's fine. And again, this is where our portal's going to end up being. Why are you running on air? Thank you. Living on a prayer? No, running on air. Running on air. Da da da. Da 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 da. Oh. Okay, now that I've ruined that song for everyone, time to review this. Do I like it? It's good enough. Review over. No, I'll leave you. Lovely. Okay, what's... Yeah, it's fine. What I did actually want to try and figure out here is this. Would you potentially not look absolutely terrible down here? You're not even lined up. I'm not even remotely lined up, you silly little things. There we go. Yeah, I quite like that. I think the actual, like, feeling of moving down... Okay. The actual feeling of moving down here is going to end up looking really good. And feeling really good as well. Yeah. I mean, am I still going to be using a hover pack most likely? Yeah. Yep. Oh well. I'll say this was a great success. Absolutely. Regardless though, stream, thank you very much to everyone who tuned in today. That was really fun. That was generally really fun. Also, yesterday, I was live for like 20 seconds. I don't know what happened. But I was eating my lunch, and then I got a notification on my phone saying that you're live on YouTube. I didn't press anything. I was literally eating. I didn't even press anything on my keyboard. And I still somehow managed to go live. So if you did tune into that stream, yeah. And luckily it wasn't my webcam, it wasn't just me eating like that. It was just like a blank screen, I think. But yeah, regardless, thank you very much everyone for tuning into today's stream. Over 300 people tuned in, damn. It's a lot of people, so thank you very much, guys. I do greatly appreciate that. And, yeah. Have an amazing rest of your day. Hope to see you guys on my next stream, which is going to be... What is today? Thursday? Tomorrow, I suppose, right? Yeah, tomorrow? Yeah, thank you guys for the 8 likes as well. I do appreciate that, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Most likely.